First and foremost, I like to say call Halayim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone that taught us the truth. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect Akim out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth, and presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice as the scripture teach us to do. Shalom to the very, very, very few sisters that do listen up as well. All right. I'm a brother Yarmaya from the Great Millstone Chicago camp. And I'm basically coming to you with a lesson that was actually, it was more geared towards the sisters, or well, not the sisters, but the women. These women out here, and they're through years of really it's through the curses. The curses spoke about in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter. All right, but then it goes into Esau, his Willie Lynch syndrome. It goes into his social engineering. All right. I was just looking at something the brother from the UK had posted about how the Rockefellers, in the last 40 years, the elites have, through propaganda and social engineering, have geared these women to the beat of another drum, to where they don't even think they're women. Hey, look how they act. Look at which ultimately causes men to cop out on marriage. All right. And when you break that structure, you bring a certain amount of immorality, all right, and wickedness into the earth, because the Lord created that to be that way. The scripture said, if a husband, the man is joined to the woman, and the two shall become one flesh. But it also prophesies, it says, in that day, a woman shall compass a man. And we're living in that day. And that's how we know we wrestle against, not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual powers and high places, man. Because it's Esau, it's the left-hand side, orchestrating all this madness. But I've been looking at these recent attacks. You had an attack in New York with four random dudes, and I don't condone this, but it's prophecy. Well, 4 or 3 random dudes walked up, beat the shit out of a woman. She's just getting off work, moving around free, like Esau told her to do. And the scriptures clearly tell you, hey, give not a woman liberally to guide a bride. A woman is supposed to be in the home, man. A woman ain't supposed to be out in the middle of the night. These women think they got balls, man. They go out, they go work all these jobs and all these hours to shit on you. They get on a train in the middle of the night. They don't have no fear of no accountability whatsoever. They really have an invisible dick, so to speak. But the Lord is bringing judgment back to this earth, man. And a lot of these people, they look at these judgments like those niggas who did that shit, or this nigga in Chicago beat the shit out of a woman with a crowbar, try to take her car. They look at things like that. Hey, that's the judgment of the Lord. And the scripture said, King Solomon, the wisest man that has ever walked the planet, which is Yahweh Shai in the reincarnation, if you could receive it, he said, amongst 1,000 men I have found one, but amongst 1,000 women I have not found one. And it's a man who actually laid with 1,000 women. So he was speaking through experience that he knew that these women were wicked. The scriptures say how some daughters are better than others, but for the most part, our people have been polluted, man. And there's going to be heavy, great judgments and destructions to these adulterous, clamorous, gadabout, free to live, free to speak, no accountability, city girl, Megan Thee Stallion ass type women, man. And if the shoe fit, wear it. But if it don't, it don't. I'm going to get straight into the scriptures, man. This is Isaiah 32 and verse 9. It says, rise up, ye careless women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear to my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the ventures shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And that's what's going to happen. The ventures are going to fail. The gathering shall not come. It ain't going to be no jobs around here. Oh, and better yet, it ain't going to be no 911 around here. It ain't going to be no food around here. It ain't going to be no electricity. It's really gruesome, dark times are coming to this earth, man. If you can put yourself in the mind of the first Purge movie, if you can put yourself in the mind of the Book of Eli, where that woman was basically a sex slave and a piece of bait for cannibalistic men. And she seen the other woman, Mila Kunis, I think that's her name, from That 70 Show. She was dealing with Denzel in the movie. He was showing her the path. She went on the path with Denzel in the movie. She was shaking. She was scared. She was like, no, go. Please don't stop. And what them cannibals try to do, they try to rape her, basically, and turn her into basically another sex slave, And basically, at that point, they probably was going to eat the other girl because she was a lot still cleaner and a lot still finer. you know. But it's gonna get very fucking crazy out here, man. Especially for these women, man, who are natural prey. All right. It says many years because they actually need a covering, but they lost their covering. All right. It says, verse 11 says, tremble, ye careless women that are at ease. Be troubled, be ye careless ones, because they're careless. Look at them. They go to the club, the middle of the night, leave with random dudes. This motherfucker could be a serial killer, anything. They don't care. They just want to party. They want to have fun. They're wicked, man. They're crazy as hell. And once again, they have the invisible dick. They're careless. Ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. All right, because this is about to be a famine. And with that famine is going to come great destruction. With that famine is going to come great, the crazies are going to be out. And the Lord, matter of fact, let me get this real quick, because the Lord doesn't discriminate, you know, like you niggas. Oh, that was a woman, this was this. Hey, once again, King Solomon said it. Among 1,000 have he found not one good woman, man. This is 2 Chronicles 15 and 13. It says that whoever shall not seek Yahweh, power of Israel, should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. So the Lord don't care about that. You know, he's going to bring great wrath, you know, because as his plan said, you know, it has to come. The highest is beginning to visit the earth. And better yet, he knows their wickedness, their adulterous, their abominable ways, man. You know, even though they want to get up to you in a white dress and get a ring, you know, basically that binds you into a contract of servitude towards them. And then when they get hot in the pants and hot in the ass and they want to openly commit adultery on you, they get rewarded for it. They get child support, alimony, spousal support, half of your things. Then you don't want to pay it. Esau will lock you up, take you to court, all of this shit, take your license, take you through all this shit because your woman want to be wicked, man. And it clearly tells you in the book of Romans that if that man ain't dead, I don't care how much of a fight y'all had, how much of a fallout or breakup, that's your husband. If he didn't put you away, that's your husband, and you're just a bitch committing adultery. You know, before you want to say how many of a good woman you is and tell your man, especially if he a man of the Lord, what type of bad man he is. First of all, when you met that man, 90.9% of the time you wasn't a virgin. You know, the 100 men that you had before him and a couple you had behind his back, you know, that's horrible judgment, man. So you hoes better get in line, man. All right, and if the shoe don't fit, look, don't wear it. This is Lamentations. What's that? This is Lamentations, I think it's 4. God, this is Lamentations 4 and verse 9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with the hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for the want of the fruits of the field. Because that great famine is coming, man. The Lord said, behold, his servant shall eat. If you ain't serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua in sincerity and truth, whether you're a man, woman, child, wherever you are, you know, if you're a woman that ain't under covering of a man, if you're a man that ain't under covering of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you know, in that Psalms the 91 spirit and pursuant to the scriptures, you're fucked, man. Because that's how the order goes. Verse 10, it says, the hands of the pitiful women have sought their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. So these women are going to convert to cannibalism. Look what's going on in Venezuela. You have women who had PhDs, highly, you know, because they money crashed and their food is scarce, man. Women who had PhDs and all type of accolades in this world that Esau gave them, because that's all from Esau, you know. But now they're in brothels, all right? Now they giving head for a slice of bread, man. That's horrible. That's shameful, man. This is the brutalness that the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is bringing upon this earth, man. But when the lights go out, when the crazies come out, you know, all you women who said, oh, I can do bad all by myself, hey, you're going to live up to that wicked ass saying. You're going to live up to that. You're going to do horrible by yourself. Horrible. All right? Because protection and salvation comes from a man of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. But the Lord ain't set everybody up with a man of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And the Lord works, filter things out through the Spirit. You know, he know who brothers put the claims on, who brothers took the claims off. It is going to get very, very gruesome out here. But that protection comes from a man. Let me prove this. This is Isaiah 32 and verse 1. It says, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness. It didn't say a queen. And a prince shall rule in judgment. It didn't say princesses. And the word queen goes back to the word bitch. All right, in the true etymology of the word. All right, and whore. All right, for you people calling yourself, women calling yourself queens out there. Black queens. That's a wickedness, man. You know, the real sisters know what's up. But nevertheless, verse 2, it says, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. And a covert is a hiding place, all right, from in a weary land, man. Like in the word covert, when you go into the definition of it, one goes into a hiding, and one goes into being covered by a man through marriage. And we know, according to the Bible, sex is marriage. That's why the Lord said, he said this in Isaiah, the 4th chapter. I could not bring this out for you so-called Bible-believing sisters. You know, it says, Isaiah 4 and 1, it says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. All right, so they can be covered from the hell that's to come, so they can have some shelter from the hell that's to come. Revelations 12 and 12, the devil is coming upon you. Man, the devil is coming upon the earth with great wrath. And when he does that, he's going to unleash his war machine. And when he does that, he plays the crazies. All them prisons, all them psycho houses, the lights going to go off. Them doors going to be open. All right? He's going to weaponize the food, weaponize the money. Shit, weaponize his weapons. It's a lot in that Revelations 12 and 12, but you got to understand the trickle effect of what's really about to happen in this country. So they wanted to be covered from their shame and to take away their reproach. What have they been doing for the last forever, man? Our Israelite women towards the Israelite man. You women are crazy, man. Hey, but when you see these little attacks in the news, you know, the bitch getting roughed up in front of the liquor store and fucked up with some nigga shit. And them wicked ass niggas gotta die for that shit too. But nevertheless, this is the Lord stirring the spirits up of the people to bring judgment. Rise, ye women that are at ease. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, these bitches talk about they know the Lord. You don't know nothing about the Lord. What about this? You know? This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 39 and 28. The Lord controlled that. It said, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, in which their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of destruction. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Who made the spirits? The Lord. Who made the angels? The angels, the Lord. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's why in Psalms 78 and 49, he talks about those angels. He talked about those spirits that he sent for vengeance, to judge. Psalm 78 and 49, he cast upon them the fierceness of his anger and wrath and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them. The Lord is about to stir up these spirits and judge this place. Man, Psalms the 91, first chapter, is going to become relevant, man. Like no other, man. Well, it's relevant because it's the work of the Lord. But you're going to see that, man. And that divine intervention that the Lord shield the brothers with, the sincere brothers and their sincere families and women that have been sticking with them. Everybody outside of that is fucked. You know? Rise up, you women that are at ease. Call aloud, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone and to the hopeful elect. Endure. Shalom.